Hello, Libra. We're going to get some spirit messages for you. We're going to just allow Source to speak. Okay. Thank you for these messages for Libra. What do you want to talk about with Libra? What do you have to say to Libra? What do they need to know? Okay. You have angel number 6. Home, family, business, grace and gratitude, service to others, responsibility, solutions, domesticity, nurturing, reliability, and care. So I see for you, Libra, you've been putting a lot of focus on the family, focus on home. That's what stood first. The bottom of the deck is a card that my grandson scribbled all over. So this is about children. Children have been very important on your mind. You're probably one of the many parents who has school-age children, and you're homeschooling your children right now. Grace and gratitude are abundant in you, Libra. You are so beautiful, inside and out. Hello, Kids Lives Matter. Christina, glad you're able to catch this broadcast live. This, like every other reading, is being broadcast live. If the red rectangle is up there, then it's live. If you're watching it on the replay, we're so thankful and grateful that you've aligned with this video. So we're going to call it spirit messages for Libra, but Source said, hello, Vincent. The Source said, call it Source Speaks to Libra. I'm like, okay, so here we go. Let's see. What do you want to say to Libra? Thank you. Oh, they say just trust. You need to have trust at this time. Trust that as you step, you will be caught. Trust is so important. You're at a new phase in your journey. And so in this new phase of this journey, your hands in this imagery, what they're showing me, what Source shows is that in this imagery, the arms are to the back. So what I hear is, for you, Libra, there's this, they're showing me that even though you're trusting and you're moving forward, you have this proclivity to reach back because you want to make sure that those things or people, situations that you're letting go of are going to be good once you let go. So that's an important message. And Source says you need to trust because you're leaving them and those situations where there are people, where there's circumstances and situations, you're leaving it in the hands of Source, and that's the most beautiful place to be. Okay. Now, they're showing, okay, the bottom of the deck, they say, observe is in reverse. And I'm hearing you've given plenty of opportunity for observation. In other words, you gave this person or the situation the opportunity to watch you be in service of others. You've given them the opportunity to observe you in full grace and gratitude. You've taught or displayed by example, responsibility, care, business, solutions, nurturing, reliability, domesticity, family, and home. So you have done this, and with the observe card in reverse, they're showing me, because that is the hangman in reverse. So it's like freeing yourself from the situation. Now you have to trust and let go, as Kids Lives Matter has commented. I'm going to call you KLM. KLM comments, and it's like, yes, trust and let it go, because the universe has got them. You are free to release that from your actions, from your experience at this time. And what I hear is anytime you actually do make the attempts to reach back, in other words, this would be like contacting that one that you let go of just to, check them out. You good? Just checking on you. Or maybe they're reaching out to you and you responding, right? But anytime you try to bring that back together, it's not happening. It's just not happening. And Source is saying this isn't happening because it's time for you to trust it and let it go. Trust and let go. They're showing me to use this for your next message. This is the Work Your Light Oracle. So what message do you have for Libra, Source? What does Source speak to Libra from this deck? Oh, okay. We have Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Wow. So what they're showing me is, first off, you're not alone in this. So what they're giving me is, as you've stepped back in your role, your active role in this situation, others are there and they're going to continue from where you left off with this one. I'm also getting that part of the reason you had to let go is because they're showing me. Okay, so what they just gave me was a clear visual. This is you and you're about to shoom. In other words, you've done such an ascension that you're about to really like take off, whatever that means for you. Where you're going would be overwhelming to this other energy, to this other person, to this other group, whatever this is let go of. It would overwhelm them. Okay, so what Source is saying is, it's just like when I explained to ones that consciousness is like grade school. You cannot bring a kindergartner into a calculus classroom and expect them to get it. So likewise, where you're going is calculus, baby. And they're still in grade school. They're still learning to add and subtract. They're learning okay, so what Source says is, they're in the phase of learning what to add into their life and what they need to subtract from their life. You're in the phase of doing multiple functions simultaneously and working front and back to front in the energy. Wow. Whoa. I love that I heard the title for this series. I love that I obeyed. Okay. That is not only me speaking for myself, that is the channel for all who view. Okay. And so they're showing me series like the World Series. It's a series of games. To get to the playoffs, you have to go through different games leading up. And so your ascension is about to... They literally cannot make it through to that next level. They are not equipped to make it through to that portal. Wow. Bottom of the deck, Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? They're showing that you have completed that mission. In that energy, with that person, you have completed that message. That message. Oh, so you were there to deliver a very important message. You were previously very detached from the light. There's a point in your life, early on in your life, teen years, early 20s, spiritually. But you have come through so many levels of conscious development of your spiritual authenticity, that now you've been adorned with wings. Now you've been adorned with wings. Now you got your wings, and this previous situation that you have just come out of was giving you the opportunity to learn to utilize those wings that you got. So, okay, so they're like all those times when you talked about you got that fucking master's degree on the wall, now take it out and use it in your real life. That's what they're talking about. So you learns to fly in this previous situation. Now your wings have strength. The word agile comes through. I'm hearing the word agile. They're saying to look up the definition for it. So, agile, able to move quickly and easily. And they said that's it. That's the only definition. So, agile is an adjective. It's a description of how well you use your wings now. You needed a practice ground to use your wings. This experience that you're coming out of, that you are currently in the phase of releasing into God's hands, into the universe. You're like, okay, we've completed our mission. Now it's time to separate and go on the next mission, and it's not together. So, but in that process, you gained agility with your newfound wings. No, not found, they said. Newly bestowed wings, because they were bestowed upon you. They were bestowed upon you as a right, R-I-T-E, right, for a accomplishment that you chose deliberately to deliver. Oh, okay. So now it's everything that you, oh, and there's, okay. See, this is you. You're about to catapult up. You have wings. You're about to fly. You're about to, shoom, spiritual elevation, all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Yes. I'm being told to take the next card off of this Work Your Light deck and to move these cards closer because they want me to work with this more. Wow, Akasha, your guidance is being divinely guided. Your guidance is divinely guided. Hold on, I'm trying to, let me adjust this a little bit. Maybe that'll help. There we go. Now you can see it better. Your guidance is divinely guided. So whoever this or whatever this was that you're releasing sits down here, they're saying. It has not yet accomplished the rites in order to move up this staircase. And there you go. You're off into this light. The move that you've made to move into this next phase for yourself is divinely guided. So now that brings to my mind, why then, if that's the truth, then why is it? Oh my gosh, thank you for your donations, Vanessa. So grateful. If that's the truth, then why is it that we are feeling the need to hold on to the past? And here it is. Wow. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So the reason why you have that reaching back, like that, let me check on them. Let me just check on it. Let me check on it. Make sure it's okay. And they're saying, what I hear, what Source says is, if you open the oven too often, it won't cook correctly. It won't cook correctly. And so in the past, you have chosen to leave yourself blocked off from your divine guidance and put yourself in physical 3D experiences and situations which were so not meant for you, and they dimmed your light. And this is why there's that pulling back energy, checking back energy, right? So that's why that's there. That's why that's there. So the next card off the top, I'm hearing, and what are we to do now to help us with that? I love this. It says get grounded, empaths, highly sensitives connect with nature. Empaths, highly sensitives connects with nature. So when you get that feeling of reaching back to where you have ascended beyond, they're saying it's very important for you to ground yourself. Okay. So what I just heard was using the question, is this mine? In regards to the emotion of it that you're feeling, because it's always attached. They say Source says it's always attached to emotion that makes you want to accept that back, reach back for it, allow it, reattach. So it says you need to recognize that it's not you, and so now they're showing me as I've been guided to really look deeper at this. So much detail in these cards. There is a very strong light from the throat chakra area in this image. You see that? Very strong light from that throat chakra area. It says, use your words to clear the energy and clear that attachment. Okay. Because they're saying, so is this mine? When you do that, your cells will immediately answer you. And for those who are more tuned to hearing us speak, 99% of the time, you're going to hear no because of the level of ascension that you're at. 99% of the time, you will hear no. Now, as this channel has produced many times the guidance that when you do hear the yes, then you then ask, how do I transmute this energy? Okay. And even in just the asking of that, once the question is posed, the solution is immediately available. And then you go into this grounding state. So you go hug a tree, sit in meditation, quiet yourself, eat some ice cream. I hear eat some ice cream. In other words, do something that's going to distract you from the irritation, of the uncomfortability of giving up control. I hear of giving up control over the situation. And ground yourself. Meditation will work. Hugging a tree will work. Okay. Now, the other thing they're giving is to, again, use your voice to ask if the feeling persists. They're saying if the feeling persists, because remembering that feelings are like clouds, invisible clouds of energy that move in and out. They flow through you. They're not meant to stick to you. So it's saying, where am I feeling this? And identify. You will then identify, because you're tuned to hearing, where in your body you're feeling the feeling. And as you identify where it's at, knowing and asking, where am I feeling this? You're feeling it. You're acknowledging that it's a feeling, but you're not owning the feeling. And in your acknowledgement of it and your focus on that, thank you so much, you're going to feel it release from that energy point, from that energy place in your body. You're going to feel it release. And I feel like what I'm getting is a lot of you are going to feel this in your heart chakra when you do, or in your solar plexus chakra, because, okay. So where it's related to a person that you're releasing back to the universe, the love you feel for this person is very real. So As you're releasing yourself from that emotional attachment to this person, you're going to notice that coming up more in your heart chakra. Those of you where it's more related to a role or an experience with multiple others, not a romantic situation, not a familial situation. Familiar and romantic will be in the heart chakra. Experiences and roles and group situations are going to be in the solar plexus, because that feeling is related to your moving towards your purpose. Okay? What else do you want to tell us about this? Inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. So yes, feelings are not meant to stick to you, but to move through you. But they're asking you also to remember that, to remember that you are the love. You are the love. So this is why you so readily, and with your ruling planet being Venus, this is why you're so readily available to emotionally attach to others. But they say you are the love. And they say where you feel these strong soul connections, it does not require physical presence to still give that love unconditionally. That even as you've gone into the inner sanctum, into the inner temple of this place where you're shooting off into spiritually, that those who are outside, all of those who are outside of that sacred space because of the place of their own ascension, will still always be automatically tuned to the love that you planted within them, and it will continue to grow as you continue to grow. So your choice to let go of those 3D restrictions and go with the ascension is so important, because this is how that grows within them as well, within these ones as well. These ones being all those other ones and those projects and those loves that you have that emotion for. So distracting. Okay, thank you. We can focus again. In other words, what you need to know and understand about the situation is, if you really love them and you want that seed that you planted of pure positive energy to develop more in them, you need to continue to ascend. Because as you do the ascension work and those soul ties are vibing with that part of you energetically, it calls them to their own ascension, to at the pace that they are ready to accept and embrace. Okay. Because it's not on your timeline. It is not on anyone's timeline but their own, according to what they are allowing themselves to process. And before each of you came, some of you chose the speedy course. Some of you chose the slower pace course. You can liken it to the different animals and their modes of travel. So some of y'all came in and you said you would be the hummingbird. Some of you came in and said you would play the tortoise. Others of you were the rabbit. Some of you were the gazelle. So these animals all move differently. with a different level of agility. Okay. The development process will continue in all these ones. And the path of being of most assistance to them is to be allowing for them to be where they are while they're there. Mm-hmm. And if you're physically involved, you add restriction because you care. And you will consciously say, it's not happening fast enough. And the power that you be adds restriction in this way, you see, because you see that it's not happening fast enough. So actually, it will happen faster without your observation. And here we go back to this card, the observe in reverse. So it's time for you to stop observing, because the conscious 3D part of your human mind is going to constantly look at the situation and say, this one is so far behind. And you will hold them so far behind. And even that is casting a spell. So to open up the energy for this one to ascend more speedily, you cannot be in observation. You cannot be in observation. Because the human part of who you be is going to look at the deficiency, and what you focus upon grows. Wow. This is so helpful. Let me just say, this is so helpful. Okay. And I get what's coming in this situation. Protection. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. So there is a ring of protection around you. There is a ring of protection around you. This is why, if you have the feeling that you follow that leads you back to that situation, that circumstance, or that person, that you've been guided to give back to the universe, but give it back to God, leave it alone. Hands off for now. It doesn't work out because there is a circle of protection around them. See that new moon up there? New moon? Yeah. That new moon up there says, without the lack of your presence, the value of your presence will not be brought to their frontal lobe. And when that value of your presence in your absence is brought to their frontal lobe, there's an embracing of everything you planted in that seed. The example that was given. The lessons that were shared. The way that you cared. I hear they're going to begin to powerfully imitate you. And so you, in your interactions, whether it was a group or a relationship, you showed them how to be more, what's the right word? I want to use the word picky, but there's another word they want to come through. more decisive about who and what they interact with, how they interact, who they interact with, what they allow, by sensing the energy of it. By sensing the energy of it. So what they're showing me is, if it was a group situation, like, for example, maybe you stepped away from an organization. This organization allowed, I'm hearing all sorts of riffraff in, which negated the purpose of the group. Because I'm hearing that group was set aside for a special purpose to accomplish a special goal. But those contrasting energies being involved put a cap on the flow. In other words, that organization, that group wasn't able to accomplish what its mission was to the full capacity that was available to it, because of the fact that they were just kind of taking whatever they could get. And I'm getting financial contributions from sources whose actions were not in alignment with the purpose of the group. Wow. We're talking about something big when we're talking about organizations in this group. Now, on the level of relationships, this is whoever this person is has observed as you chose not to interact with certain parties. Maybe they had friends that you did. Yeah, some of them had friends or even family, lovers, whatever. Apply it as it rings true for you, that you told them, you're like, well, there's something off in their energy. I'm not feeling it. I can't get with that vibe. However you translate that into your way of speech, that's the gist of what you gave them. And so what they're observing, now that you're not there anymore, and they're still in that process of entertaining certain energies, your words are ringing true as they're having these experiences. And it's like, oh God, that's why that person did not like, that's why the one that left me always told me they didn't like this person, because fill in the blank, this happened now, right? Wow. And so why they're saying the reason why you would not entertain these certain energies is because you knew that they were contradicting to the energy that you've chosen for yourself, which you are a higher vibrating being. So they were low vibrational energies, and you understood, whether it was consciously or innately, that opposite polarities can neutralize each other. Wow. And so with your mission of channeling and uplifting humanity, it is not for your energy to be neutralized by the contrasting energy. In other words, it's not for you to lower your vibration so that they can raise their vibration. You need to stay high vibration because of the work you're here to do. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Oh, Libra. You are a powerhouse right now. That's what I'm hearing. You are a powerhouse right now. Let's see. So they're telling me to go to the Angel Tarot. So let's see what the message is here. Oh boy. Okay. just got this weird, I don't get headaches, so I just got this strange sensation, and it just left just as quickly. Strange sensation right here. Somebody's been getting this. And I'm hearing it's every time you interact with this low vibrational being, this low vibrational being who repeatedly chooses to stay there, repeatedly choosing to stay there. So they've seen the example, they've had the teachings, they've had the assistance readily available. They've chosen not to, because I hear they could have chosen to ascend with you. They could have held your hand, meaning follow the example, apply the example in their own life and do things differently, but they've chosen not to. And so since they didn't grab your hand, you're moving so fast that they literally can't get through. They had a chance to squeeze through in this energy and do this fast pace to ascension that you chose to be on the very leading edge of this energy. But they want you to continue to sustain in the low vibration. Therefore, even if you tried to hold on to them, the rapid pace of ascension that you are experiencing, they're showing me, like, you know how in the movies somebody falls off the cliff and somebody's trying to hold them by their last finger and then all of a sudden they fall, except for in this case, flip the whole world upside down because you're flying fast and they're going to stay on the ground. It's not that you're falling. You are falling. You're falling into greatness. You're falling into ascension. You're falling into being you're a spiritual fucking powerhouse. That's what's coming through. You are a spiritual powerhouse. And you are coming into your state of divine consciousness more powerfully than ever before. Okay. What do you want to say to Libra? Let's start with the bottom of the deck. Letting go. Wow. It's card number 13, which means it's the death card. I told you we was talking about this whole releasing action, right? Letting go. Releasing the past can seem like a challenge, but it can also be liberating. Your angels will help you let go so that you can fly higher than ever before. Hello, I love this. I love what I do. Endings always herald new beginnings. Choose to allow the situation to lead you to a more joyful life. Change your life by changing your thoughts. So you definitely are releasing and letting go of anything that would inhibit your flight. You have a flight to take. You got to catch this flight. You know, and you don't take extra baggage with you to the airport because not only is it going to slow you down, you're not going to be able to take it with you anyways. Wow. Do you see the significance of that? I'm just saying. I'm hearing bluebells. I don't know what this flower is, but these flowers, I'm hearing bluebells. So bluebell flowers are very significant to somebody. Bluebells. We have an angel here who's holding on to a scroll, a piece of paper. This is the order. This is the orders. So it's like you felt this release in your spirit. You got the divine order. You know, just like a military person gets their orders, Your orders come from the all that is. Some of you call it source, some of you call it God, some of you call it energy, some of you call it universe. You've got your orders, and it was to let go. And you heeded that. So the card that's coming out of the deck for you is Messenger of Action. Messenger of Action. Something new and excited related to creativity or your career comes to your attention. You feel an eagerness to learn and you're ready to get going. Although you may feel insecure, do it anyway. This card represents someone in your life, or maybe you, who is creative, enthusiastic, and fascinated by life and who wants to try everything. What I'm getting with this, I'll show you this image. What I'm getting with this for you, Libra, is you are in this period of mystery. See the darkness, right? But you have the light. You have the light. What is the light? You have your orders. You have your orders. You have the divine command that you received that you have followed. Because of that, you have the light. It will continue guiding. It will continue guiding you because you have it. It is yours. You have the light. So it's like, even though there's these hesitations to release and let go, your hands are on your light. Your hands are surrounding your light. You're holding your own lamp. And there's a smile on your face. So there's this innate part of you, the divine part of you is aware that this is actually something to smile about. Wow. Okay. And now they're bringing me back to the message of, by your ascending higher, their ascension is going to move quicker by your letting them go. They're going to actually, so what you want for them, whether they be groups or individuals, whatever you want for them will occur faster for them in our 3D timeline. And I'm hearing more powerfully for them because you've let them go. Now, also, this card is giving me a second message for their side of the table, which is saying, because they are in the dark unknown, you're not there to shine your light on them anymore. They must now turn on the lights, right? Because they're looking for you. So they have to turn on their lights. They have to turn on their light. There's no more walking by your light. They can no more go through this world with your light. Your light is not there to guide them. So they have to turn on the light for themselves so that they can be guided by it. They must. There is no options with this. There's no other way for them right now. So, let's see. Let's see what messages you have. We're going to use the Universal Tarot. Wow. You are showing up, Libra, as the King of Pentacles. You are showing up as the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is the master of the material world. The King of Pentacles has all the resources, is whole and complete, does not doubt their ability to accomplish, because the King of Pentacles has accomplished much and doesn't just stop there, because it's like, check, 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 check. Oh, there's nothing else to check. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. There's always something else to check off on your box when you're the King of Pentacles. You've created stability in your physical world. And so what I'm hearing is, because the spiritual stability is created internally between you and source and the all that is. So then your physical world becomes stable. So you're in this place of prosperity and abundance right now. So whatever you were accustomed to, say 5-6 years ago, there's increase. There's increase. It's more stable now. Your life is more stable. We're not talking about the people surrounding you. We're talking about you. We're talking about you. You know you could take care of all your needs, and you can help them too if you choose to. You got plenty. You know you got plenty. Okay. You're stable in your 3D physical experience because you are stable spiritually. Wow. Okay. I did not look at the other card that came out with it until right now, dude. And there's confirmation. You're stable emotionally. The King of Cups. He's my master of emotions. He's the emotional master. So there's this big thing in the world. You can only have love or money. No, honey, you can have love and money. This is confirmation of that because you have mastered the material world. You have mastered your emotional world. And again, you've done all that because you have chosen the path of spirit. You've chosen the path of spirit. Wow. Let me see what's at the bottom of this deck of cards. And here it is. The Two of Cups is in reverse. Wow. So you have real love with another, and they're showing me that it's in reverse because you had to, in real love for the other, you had to let it go. Let it go. Because although it is real love, it is not a vibrational match. It's not an emotional match. So I feel like a lot of this other party, well, obviously, because they're entertaining low vibrational energies that they know are not good for their health or their experience, whatever way you want to take that, because of the fact that there is an emotional lacking within because they have not done the spiritual process. They're not doing the spiritual exercise. They're not doing the spiritual homework. They're not doing spirit. So they're looking for others to fulfill their cup. And this is why you have to let that go. This is why you have chosen to let that go, to release it. Because you, the King of Cups, is not looking for fulfillment externally. He has his cup. He keeps it full. He could keep himself in isolation and keep it full. He could have a party all by himself, have a great time. You know? Yes, he can. So, because you're in this place of emotional mastery and mastery of prosperity, because of mastery of the material world, they're saying you're going to be attracting more. So soul tribe coming together. Whoa, whoa, yeah, we like that. In other words, in removing this energy from your life, from your immediate area, it's going to remove the attractant, because in removing them, you've removed the attractant of the low vibrational experiences. Not to say that everything is going to be sunshine and rainbows, but a lot more of it is about to be sunshine and rainbows. Can you feel me? In other words, you're going to be having more fulfilling experiences overall with any new energies presenting to you that can approach you. Because they're showing me that your level of spiritual evolution creates like a force field. Again, they're showing me how you shot up and they couldn't make it through that portal with you, right? Like you couldn't even hold their hand because it was going to separate. The universe is in control there, right? Only those that can approach you now in this new energy are going to be, it's like you have to have that card key badge to get through certain places for work and stuff like that, right? But in this, it's a vibrational match fingerprint that allows you to get through this portal. Okay, so they're giving it to me like the first class lounge at the airport. Like you have to have a first class pass to get into the first class lounge. You can't just go in the first class lounge if you're on a regular boarding pass. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a ticket that says first class on it. So likewise, you have a first class spiritual ticket. Love it. First class, baby, for you. You have a first class spiritual. Oh, shit. Okay. First class spiritual ticket, first class. The first class spiritual ticket, which allows you first class access and first class experiences. Love, 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 love. So because you have that first class ticket and that first class access, anybody else who's in that realm also does, because you in the first class. Okay, first class. And that's coming through very strongly. First class. We in like Flynn, baby. We in like Flynn. I need to write this down. I need to remember first class. I'm gonna write it on my hand. First class. First class. Because you are first class, Libra. Yes, boo. Yes, I love it for you. I love it for me too. Love it. So somebody's asking, is this my sun sign reading? Is this my moon sign reading? Honey. Okay, so because we're speaking about ascension, some of you will be vibing with this if you know your North Node is in Libra. If your North Node is in your ascending, your sun sign or your moon sign, is what I'm hearing. And they're also giving me, if you have Libra in the 9th house, I don't even know what that would make you sun sign wise. Don't know enough of that. All right. I got another deck of tarot cards here. Let's see what else Source wants us to know. Source speaking to Libra. Source is speaking to Libra. What do you want to say to Libra? What does Libra need to know? So thankful and grateful to be of service. So thankful and grateful for our we are. Okay, so 2 more times and any cards that fly out. Okay. Where did that? Okay, it's over there. Oh, you just came out in your own reading, Libra. That was the Justice card. 1 more time. Okay, what about these cards in the deck? Okay, all right. So there's a couple cards that came out in the deck, and they're saying they're supposed to stay in the deck. In other words, you leave that to the universe. It's out of your hands now. It's not part of you. And what is it? We have the King of Swords in reverse. And we have the 3 of Swords in reverse. And we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. Is that all that stayed in the deck? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yep. Definitely. Of course, I should know when they say yes. Yes means yes. No means no. So I have cards all around me now. So what is to stay in the deck for you? In other words, what you're supposed to leave in the hands of Source, of the universe, of God. Give it up to God. Leave it there, because if your hands are in it, God can't be in it. This is for you, a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. This is another person. This is not you. Or this is somebody who you had to cut off, right? What are you supposed to leave in the hands of Source, the universe, God? Them breaking free from the heartbreak, from the disappointment, from the sorrow. You're not supposed to heal this for them. They are in God's hands with that. They are in the hands of the universe, of Source. Let them deal with it. That's how it's going to happen best. Again, we talked about this individual or these people. So for some of you, this is like a activist group who are with groups. It's an activism group of some sort that is involved in communicating very powerfully a message to society. Okay, so it's leave that situation to heal and free itself from restriction. It will heal. It will free itself from its restriction. It's not your place to do it. It's their place to do it on their own. Okay. Leaving those up on the keyboard. Libra, you came out. So Source wants you to know you are creating balance. And so this is one of Libra's keywords is balance. You are creating balance. There's something that flew over here by letting go, the Death card. You are creating balance by letting go. So this situation was extremely imbalanced. I hear as it regards to this group, this activism group, they took a lot of your ideas and they ran with them, but then they changed them in a way, I'm hearing the word grotesque. They changed them in a way that became grotesque to you. Remember we talked about this organization receiving a lot of financial support. So it could be any type of physical support and just allowing anything and anybody. So this is where like, it starts off as a peaceful movement, but then little shit gets added into the plans and the behaviors, the actions that it brings the integrity of the group down. You know, it brings the integrity of the group down. This is where your involvement with another person, again, it just lower vibration because they were doing things that negated all the positive, pure positive energy things that you've been doing. You can't sustain in your energy. For some, literally legalities got into place and removed this person from your experience. For all of you, this is karma coming around to teach a lesson to these ones who have been released. The next card over here that sat right in my lap, face up, staring at me in the upright position is Judgment. I have a deck and this card is literally called Judgment. So you've been creating balance by releasing. You released this situation, these people, into their own karma. Now, I channeled a message that was 2020. Everybody's busy talking about 2020 vision, which is just clear sight. You can clearly see what's going on. I got it as judgment. As you judge yourself, so shall you receive your compensation. So if you judge yourself that what you're doing needs to be hidden in the dark, needs to be lied about, whatever your right form of justice would be, if somebody did it to you, is the justice you will receive. And it's like the universe is maneuvering, I'm hearing maneuvering circumstances and situations so that each one has to deal with their own karma. So it's very important, Libra, for you to continue to make choices that you stand behind, that you would do it over again. You would do it all over again. As you call it out, so it comes back to you. You can speak yourself into this new life, or you can speak yourself into a casket. Libra is choosing to speak themselves into this new life, a life that is free from so much restrictions. Libra has done things that are being recognized by the universe right now, and those things are coming back to you, Libra. So if you're in tune with this channel, you're one who has put the energy out that you're happy to get karma about. You're like, come on, karma, you my friend. Come on, have a seat, pull up a seat. Let's have a conversation. What do we got going on? I'm excited to see what you brought. What you brought? You brought something for me? Okay. You know. Now, the next two cards that want to be talked about is the Magician and the Ten of Wands. They showed up in reverse. As I looked down, they were both in reverse. And the Magician was kind of on top. So this is, you already took the action to release yourself and drop the weight that did not belong to you. You carried this weight for a long time, 10 months, some of you 10 years, 10 weeks, whatever, your whole lifetime, some of you, 10 being a number of wholeness in the physical realm for me. The Magician in reverse is saying to me, you already took this action, you did it. You released a burden that did not belong to you. And this is why judgment, they got to deal with the judgment they have judged upon themselves. So a lot of these ones who you released, they did something that they tried to hide from you. And in that hiding, they were judging themselves as, this is fucking wrong. If they find out, they ain't gonna want your ass no more type of stuff. They ain't going to want to deal with you no more. They're going to be mad at you. They're going to detach. They're going to separate, whatever. They're going to put you down. Likewise, just as we said, judgment, they called it out now. It's what they're experiencing. Because when they realized that, oh, I better hide this. I better lie about this. I better not put it out on the table. I better not tell them. Ooh, and I heard put it out on the table was big for at least one of you who's viewing this at any point in time. They, in that moment, set into motion a course of events that caused the separation, caused the dissonance, caused the detaching. We have one card left from this deck. Yes, just one. Just looking around to make sure, because they was flying. I felt like they was flying everywhere. Okay, I got them all. Last card is face down. What do we have? The Queen of Cups in reverse. Queen of Cups in reverse. Now, why is this Queen of Cups in reverse? Let's see what we hear. Source wants to speak about this Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, so I heard you saw this coming a long time ago. You already had this experience with them many times. So you already knew this was going to happen. And I hear for many of you, the number 82, so that could be a percentage, or 82 of you who watch this video, specifically said, my intuition told me that, fill in the blank. And that's why they hid. That's why they lied. And they tried to negate your intuition, which would then negate your connection to the divine. And that was the biggest sin. That was the biggest error to have been committed. That was the word atrocity comes out. How dare you try to get me to deny my divine connection that has shown me what you up to. This is hot. You was hot. You was hot. Okay. Wow. All right, Libra. Let's take a look at what's to come for you in your 3D experience as a result of what you have. Let's see what energies. So when I say what's to come, these are etheric clouds that you've been feeding by your vibration, by what you've been speaking into existence. They're showing me 3 cards from this deck. This is La Sibila De La Zingara. So they're Sibila cards. And they're saying 3 cards to see what clouds have accumulated so much etheric energy that it must manifest for you. Just like rain, once a cloud has been condensed, there's something that is coming. Okay. And I said 3 cards, didn't I? Didn't I just say 3 cards? I said get 3 cards. And it's like, okay. Wow. So first off, for confirmation purposes, the doctor is at the bottom of the deck. You've been the doctor. You've done some healing work. You've seen the doctor as well. You are both sides of this image. You've received the healing and you've given the healing. Good job, they say. Sources, good job, Libra. What is here? Wow. So the 3 cards that came out for you, one says hope, one says soldier, one says servant. So hope. First off, this hope, hi Hope, my friend Hope is coming through. Spirit, my friend Hope is in the house. She is one of my angels. Hope is here. So first off, again, you're still in this phase of processing, but what you can expect is hope to be renewed where it was not there. And you're also going to get message, or you're going to sense this person's hope or this organization's hope that you would return. You're going to sense through any of your clairs, whichever are the strongest for you, they're hoping, I'm getting hoping for your return. Now, the soldier comes in to say, the war is still happening in the spiritual realm, but you are protected and you will do more. You will do more. So what I'm getting is all these ones that you did the healing with, and even if you had to release them, like you had, what they're showing me is you were the soldier to come in and take out so many low vibrating entities and energies around them. You provided protection, right? Now, Source says, I take it upon myself to safeguard you. Again, you're in the first class lounge now. Not just anybody gets access there. There's a guard at the gate. There's a guard at the gate. Somebody's literally going to be moving into a place where, because we did say in your 3D experience, so now this is coming in with your abundance. You're going to be moving into a place that has a, and you, they say you're not even seeing this yet. You can't even fathom this in your conscious mind yet. You may have visualized it though. You're going to be moving into a place that has a security guard, armed guard at the gate, literally. Dude, that's awesome. This is the type of community where you have to show your driver's license to get in. And it's got to be valid because there's literally an armed security guard at this gated community, very exclusive. So that's something you can expect. Also, you're not done doing the healing work. Like different ones with the hope card is being shown to me. Different ones are going to be drawn to you just for a moment. You're not going to hold on to them. You will say one important thing. You will radiate an energy and they will go. That's it. You're there to do what you do. Your being is enough. When you're moved to speak, you'll be moved to speak to this one. So you may happen across, you may be wherever you're moving around in this 3D world, and you happen across somebody who's sitting there looking forlorn is the word they're giving me. And even if it's not by direct 3D communication, you will telepathically, spiritually, you'll do the work. And it's not even like you have to stop and do any time. You don't have to stop and do a ceremony. You ain't saging nobody, none of that stuff. It's your energy in that presence is still going to do that. Okay. Now the servant comes in and supports this guarded gate community. It also speaks to helpful people showing up that want to be of service. So in your 3D experience, in your physical realm, first off, financially, honey, you ain't going to have to mop floors. You ain't going to have to do all this stuff. Doors will be held open for you. Service is provided because your abundance overflows to the point where, if you're going to live in a guard-gated community, who's an armed guard? And they got to show ID to get in. Of course, you're supposed to have somebody clean your house. I'm just saying, somebody gonna clean your house, do your laundry for you, if that's what you want. You got a yard guy, you got a pool guy, you got somebody to walk the dogs. Why? Because you're busy doing other things that are more valuable than those tasks. Those are tasks that anybody can do. What you're busy doing, because you're being called into this spiritual work very strongly. A lot of you are going to leave work that was extremely unfulfilling, and you're going to take a risk to go into a service that is aligned with your purpose. Remember, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. That is what you're here for. Servant, though, also coming through with, in that first class lounge, you meet different ones who have resources, skills, abilities, and they are going to offer themselves up as service to you. Why? Because you have been service oriented. So again, that judgment card, as you judge yourself, so shall you receive your compensation. You know that you have been of service to channeling and uplifting humanity because of pure positive energy, and that it was it. As a result, others are coming into your experience that will do that service for you. They will help you promote your purpose, and they will help you fulfill your purpose. They will put you in line and put you in places where your service is going to be highly compensated, deeply appreciated, and utilized to the max. Love that message for you, Libra. Now, as a result of where you've been, what can you expect and where you're at now? Again, what etheric clouds are unfolding for you in regards to the area of romance? Because we said you could have the love and the money too. Remember the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles? This is why they're doing this way. Now, I didn't know how we were going to use these decks. They just had me get some more decks and some more decks and some more decks. So here we are. What are the messages for Libra? What source? What do you have for Libra in regards to their romantic love life? Because of this new energy that they're in the first class lounge. What must manifest now in regards to romance, love and romance? Wow, really? Libra, the next person that you're going to meet. I don't like this. You're in the first class lounge. So I'm curious. This is confounding me. I'm definitely going to have to pull some clarifiers on this. This was not what I expected. You're in the first class lounge. There's somebody who does not belong there. There's somebody who was put there, but they're going to fall from grace. There's a deception. There's a deception in romance. And this is the next one. So let's see. I got another deck here that was untouched, and I had just been asking, why haven't I used that deck yet? Now I know why, because we need to clarify this shit right here. This is not what I was expecting. Look, this feels like a contradiction to the whole message that I just been given right now to my ego self. My conscious mind says this. Someone is wearing a false mask, a false self mask in this relationship. Okay. I just heard it. It's not the next, it's the X. It's the X trying to come back. It's also, some of y'all have not released this person yet. So you're all, what they're showing me is, they showed me 3 different steps, right? So for example, so they're showing me 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. So 9th grade and 10th grade, those are in high school, right? 8th grade is in middle school or junior high. Somebody who's watching this video is still in 8th grade. You're about to, as you release yourself from this deceptive situation, that's when you're going to get this experience we're talking about, being zoomed up, ascension, right? Okay. Wow. Queen of Swords in reverse. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. This is somebody who is bitter, who is angry, who is cold. This is something that has not yet been cut off. It needs to be cut off. See, the head is severed. The head is severed. Sever the head. No, don't grab a machete and go cutting people's 3D heads off. This person hasn't fully felt the absence of you because you're still engaging. Okay, thank you. Another clarifier for this deception card, please. Here it is. The Lover's card. A decision in love needs to be made. Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, I said, this is Gemini. Geminis are about some other shit right now. It keeps coming up in my readings. I'm just saying. What else? Clarify this deception card. Why is this deception card here in romance for this Libra first class reading? 8 of Wands. See, you have not yet cut off communication. 8 of Wands, communication. Communication coming. Also, I'm hearing you're going to be learning something. Part of you, I'm hearing part of the reason why you haven't cut off this communication is because there's an unveiling that still needs to happen for you. Some more will be revealed. Final clarifiers, the Hangman. Upright. This is causing a delay. Communication causing a delay. Communication causing a delay with the Gemini, who needs to be cut off. The bottom of the deck is the 4 of Cups in reverse. This is not for you. Opportunity beckons when it's upright, but when the opportunity that beckons is in reverse, it is not meant for you. It's not meant to go forward with you. So they showed me to pull 2 more cards for romance. So some of you, the way they give it to me is this is kind of like a pick a card. You're not going to resonate with all 3 of these. You're going to be one of these 3 positions. Again, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. Okay. What is the energy of romance for Libra? Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So Libra, if you're resonant with this, you're in a connection, and this person, we haven't talked about this connection yet, because this person chose to ascend with you. This person chose to ascend with you. And this person chose you above all that other stuff they were supposed to cut off. And they did cut it off, right? We talked about lower vibrating entities, whether they were family, friends, careers, etc. They cut them off. So clarifying passion. First one is 9 of Pentacles. This is about stability. This is about gains. This is about prosperity. This is about somebody who cut off the outside and appreciated what they had here at home. Clarify further the passion, please, for Libra, who is in this situation where they and their partner are ascending. The 9 of Swords in reverse. Yes, this person chose to do something that was difficult for them to do and move past their fears. They got past fear. They began their own spiritual practice. They began to do this spiritual work themselves. This is how they're ascending. 3 of Swords, they have already faced the truth that hurts and sets them free. They took power from their sorrow. Ace of Pentacles showing up in reverse. And they're saying they put their spirituality in the forefront. They stop. Okay, so part of this was a lot of those lower vibrating entities that were surrounding your person for you were there because of financial reasons. This person let go of those concerns, put their spirit first, stopped worrying about the money. Now they're ascending, and guess what? Finance is getting better anyways. Yes, see, strength is at the bottom of the deck. This person exercised strength, and they chose to ascend with you. Wow. Now, for the third romance. So this is saying that there are 3 possibilities. Because remember, we talked about these cards being the clouds of energy, right? That have been fed, that must manifest. So for different ones, these are the different ones that must manifest. So the third thing that must manifest in romance for this Libra reading, please and thank you. Here it is. It came out with 2 cards. They're coming together as one. Trust. And give your relationship a chance. Trust the situation is calling for you to have faith, work on your partnership. Wow. Didn't get that message during the reading, but it's coming here too. I feel like some of you, your partners, the gap of time, the opportunity hasn't yet closed for them to choose ascension. They still have a chance. They still have a chance to ascend. Okay. We talked about some of y'all not wanting to let go with that first card that came out, trust, and it cycles back around to trust. It cycles back around to trust. Give your relationship a chance came out with that. So this is why some of you have had the hardest time in letting go. All right. What does my viewer need to know? Clarify these. What does my viewer need to know? Clarify these cards, please. It didn't come out. It made noise, but it didn't come out. Okay, so this is saying the fact that it made noise, it didn't come out. What I heard when I said that out loud, what source said was, it sounded, in other words, this person who you're giving your relationship a chance with, if you are the Libra, what has happened up until now in this is they're saying the right things, but it's not coming out in their action. It hasn't yet come out in their actions. And you are trusting because you see it. You're like, they're so ready to do the right thing. They're so ready to do the right thing. They're so ready to cut it off. Maybe this, okay. And for you, if this is yours, if this person belongs to you or the situation, because for some, no, we're talking about romance. It says keep it on the person. This person has already in the past shown you that they have cut out certain things. They just didn't finish cutting everything out that they needed to from their life. So this is some of them who cut off exes or certain friends or certain behaviors. They just didn't finish yet. Okay. So first clarifier we have out. Wow, the 2 of Cups. There is love here. This is a very strong connection. There is a soul connection here. There is love. So that's the key to this. If you're this Libra and they're saying, because what I keep hearing, and I know it sounds confusing. This is what source is saying. I know it sounds confusing. So you need to really check your spirit on which one of these things must manifest for you. Because if you are in a partnership that has given you struggle, what is true about it, if this is for you as the most likely possibility in romance for you, is that this person has made some advancements. They have learned and applied some things. They just haven't gotten it all. The other thing is, you know for a fact that this person loves you. You know they love you. They have shown that they love you. Yes, the 10 of Cups in upright at the bottom of the deck right now with this first clarifier. You know, because you've lived it with them, that this person really loves you. What is the next clarifier for this Libra energy as what must manifest in love? They are feeling that they can trust to give their relationship a chance. What is the second clarifier? The Tower. The Tower. This person is getting in the ego strike. They're realizing, oh my God, I still need to take those steps. I did this part, but I didn't do this part yet. And some of that is ego-based. Oh, the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. So again, love is in this. And I'm hearing that final. So this is them. They're going to choose. They will choose to separate from those attachments. Why are they going to choose it? Because their love for themselves and for you. And it's going to happen in a Tower moment. It's going to happen suddenly, shockingly. Yes, it is. What is the third clarifier for this Libra energy? Who is giving a chance? Okay, yep, the Ten of Wands is in reverse. That's dropping the burdens, letting it go. Because the Last Judgment. So this person, if this is you and this person, you're in separation. You're going to be called to give it a chance because this person is dropping the burdens. They actually are applying everything that took you away from their life. So this person, I'm hearing, is on a really fast path to ascension. They will make it through the portal with you. And the reason why is because prior to that closing of that portal, you gave them the darkness by removing your light. The darkness being their only surrounding, they had to turn on their light, right? And they're doing all of this on a speed process prior to the closing of this portal, in which you will have it so heavy to bring them back into your experience. Where the others, they're different experiences, right? Okay. Final clarifier for this. Whoa, I just had the strongest deja vu, you guys. And it's this spread and the way these cards look. Wow. So the final clarifier is the High Priestess. This person is opening up that conscious connection to Source. And the way these cards are looking, the High Priestess is looking right at that Ten of Wands in reverse, saying, I know that God is guiding me to drop these responsibilities, to drop these behaviors, to drop these actions, to drop this ego. And they're going to do it. This is why you are the one who is being called to give your relationship a chance. Now, the bottom of the deck here is the Foolish Man in reverse. So that's the Fool card. So whatever this person did, it wasn't like, so whatever it was, it caused this separation between you and this person, from which now you're going to be looking at reuniting. It wasn't like a major offense. So this person didn't go out and have a baby with somebody else. This person did not clear out your bank account. This person, whatever they did, it was the straw that broke the camel's back. In other words, they put so many straws on your back. It was another straw that broke the camel's back. It was not a house. It was not another lover. It was not, it was not something major. It was not a major thing. It was just, I hear you just got fed up. You just got fed up and overwhelmed. But it was precisely timed because this person had to see the foolishness of their ways so that they could create this shift for themselves. So, wow. Now, on your behalf, in regards to romance, Libra, all this that has happened has taught you one very important thing. Pay attention to the red flags, Libra. You're always trying to create balance. You're always being of service. All you've been asked to do in this romantic sector is pay attention to the red flags. Because of paying attention to the red flags, the way you chose your responses, this person has options of how they're going to respond and what they're going to do with it. So, who are you? What are we talking about? Put something in the comments. Let me know you were here. If you watch this video to this point and that red box does not say live, I would love it if you would put in the comments how many views it had when you found it, because what happens is as time goes on, these energies are going to augment. These energies are going to grow strong, because remember, you're on the first class. First class, baby. There are many classes to come after you. You're now in the first class lounge. So, in the sense that they're giving it to me now, and I get this all the time, you're on the leading edge of this wave of energy, of this age of Aquarius, of this ascension, all of this. So especially if it's far from the date of the recording, put the number of views this video has, because as its views increases, it's going to tell us the level of ascension and how that ascension is increasing in our society. I'm hearing, if you've been attracted to watch this video anytime within 2020, 21, or 22. So anytime between 2020 and 2022, and you've been attracted to watch this video, you can consider yourself first class. This is when the first class is experiencing this energy. The earlier to 2020 that you've been attracted to watching this video, this is further on the leading edge. And I'm getting this energy is going to continue very strong in rising. It's going to rise for 10 years is what they're saying. All right. So I hope, I trust that this video has been of service to you. And thank you. Thank you for your generous donations. And I look forward to being of service for you again. Until next time, sending you the energies of love and peace and happiness. Laters.